Hello guys, welcome back to Tomato GFX. Today we are going to dive into another part of Illustrator, and today we are going for our first tool, which is selection tool, and I'll be going in a depth video with selection. So let's start. So here we are in the magical world of Illustrator, and the selection tool is up here, our first tool, and the shortcut key for selection tool is V. So press V and you will be on selection tool. And this shortcut is for if you are on any another tool like gradient tool or artboard tool, and you just want to shift your tool to the selection tool, so you can just press V, and there you go, it's back to the selection tool. So here we can see, if you double click selection tool, so let's jump into the main working of selection tool. Suppose you have created a square and you just want to make its edges round. So the rectangle tools properties are there, you can use them, and you can just change the color also for better visuals. We just changing its color to green for now. And if you have selected this object and you want to be precise with your selection movement, then you can double click your selection tool and you will see these options here where you can set horizontal, vertical, distance, angle, and you can change your selection accordingly. So let's suppose I have given the angle of 30 degrees and distance of 50 pixels and vertical 100 and horizontal 50. So here you can see our box is on 100 by 50 location, which is, you can see it's out of our artboard. So for guides you can just click on Control and R and you will see the guides, which is here, and our artboard size is like 50 now, so you can just change it back to the center here. So this was the precise location handling with selection tool. And you can also use your selection tool as momentarily locating object. So for this example I'll be creating some more objects. I can give you a shortcut for now. So this is a later on chapter which I'll be discussing with you in another section. So for now I can just tell you, if you click on Alt and then you just drag your object, you can copy your object. And then if you click on Control D, then the same height, the same distance between the object and the same object will be copied next time, and you can press Ctrl D many a times as you need. And that's where magic happens. The number of times you click on Ctrl D, the number of copies you can create. So for now we have created around, oh sorry, so if you have just scrolled too much from your artboard and you just thinking like how I can get there and my mouse is not that fast or not having that much sensitivity, you can just press Ctrl 0 on your keyboard and this will automatically zoom your frame to the artboard. This is just a shortcut for you. So just a second. This is only shortcut for you. So if we scroll to our copies and just bring them on our artboard like this and just align them. So here you can see we have created a grid of blocks. This is just a random grid, so don't judge me for this. Okay, and for now, if it is a grouped item, so you can group your item by Control G and you can move it in a group where all the grouped item will be moved with the selected key selection item, and you can also align them accordingly, and the center axis will be the center point of the object. So this is for alignment, and we will be talking about selection now. So for selection, if you double click with your selection tool, you can get into a isolation mode where you have isolated all the objects of group one by one, and now you can select all the groups differently. Here you can see I can access all the squares differently. So this is all about selection tool, and it's a short video. I know I'll be bringing all the tools in detail, so this tool was not that detailed. And one more thing about selection tool is if you have selected a rectangle in the artboard and then you have navigated yourself to layers panel, which I'll be just talking here, and you can see this circle. If this circle is having a circumference around it, then you can understand it like this object is selected. And if you have selected the layer, the highlighting blue line is the total layer is selected, which can be now applied with the effect we are having in the layer panel. It is completely different, so I'll be discussing the layer panel in a different video, which is in a later on video. So that's it for our selection tool, and I'll meet you in the next section where we'll be discussing direct selection tools and its use, and that's a very creative tool, so stay tuned for that.